Welcome to The Blissful Life, a podcast where we awaken the wisdom of self and explore the lessons, the rituals, and the pathways to inner bliss. I'm your host, Regina Lawless, former corporate executive turned author and spiritual teacher. And I'm on a mission, y'all, to help people connect to and express their divine self so they can make their unique impact on the world. If you've been feeling like there is more to life than the hustle and grind, then you found your tribe. It's time to breathe and relax into the blissful life. Welcome back to The Blissful Life. I am so excited for my latest guest. I am joined by the fabulous Ameshia Arthur, who is a passionate advocate for health, community, and personal contribution. As an expert in mental health, she has made a significant impact through her acclaimed children's books, which center around mental health, awareness, and self-empowerment. In addition to her work as a published author, which we are going to get into her new book today, I'm super excited. Ameshia is a licensed clinical social worker in California, where she contributes to the mental health field by clinically supervising associate therapists, mentoring new professionals, and collaborating on mental health initiatives. Welcome to the show, Ameshia.
Thank you, Regina. I'm so happy to be here. I'm happy to be talking to you.
Yes, again. It's been a
Yes, yes.
minute.
Mhm, mhm.
Yeah. So for the people listening and watching, Ameshia and I met in February. I was co-hosting an event. I know. Can you believe it?
Wait,
I know. Wait.
you're right.
What?
Okay, okay.
It has been a smooth what, 5, 6 months. I can't count. That's probably why I went into HR. It's been early February since we met. I was co-hosting this Black Girl Glow event, and you were one of the panelists on the panel we did on Black women's mental health.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
That was a very good meeting. I'm so happy that we met. I'm so happy that we got to talk and I got to kind of just hear where you were coming from. I was like, gotta keep knowing her.
Yes, same. I was like, you were dressed, first of all, just your whole aura, your energy, and you were just dressed really cute. I was like,
Thank
oh,
you.
she hella cute. Like, like, I like her. I like her style, her vibe, and she's smart. Okay.
Thank you. I'm gonna
Yeah.
receive that. Thank you. Thank
Yes,
you.
yes. So when I was thinking about guests for this podcast, I was like, oh, she has a great personality. She's knowledgeable. And so that's, of course, reached out to you to get you on the podcast. And the timing
Excited.
is, yeah, I'm excited too. Cause I mean, the timing is fantastic
Yeah.
with you releasing your book that just came out in June. Am I right?
Mhm, mhm,
June-ish?
yes. June, end of June. Mhm,
Okay,
you're right.
okay. I love it. So the new book is titled You Are Not Selfish, which I
Yes,
love
yes,
this, like for the people in the back. You are not selfish. Okay,
for
we
real.
need that. We need that information. What has it been like finally getting this book into the world, and what has the response been?
Okay. So, as far as I'm gonna start, like, with the title,
Yes.
I knew that it spoke to the right people. And I
Mm.
even kind of, I address it sometimes because, like, there are selfish people in the world, right? There are.
We all know one or
Um
two. Yeah.
A couple, well, handful. And so the book, You Are Not Selfish. I'm like, well, how do you know? How do you know selfish people aren't going to pick this up and just be like, yeah, I'm going to keep being a taker? No, because it resonates with who it's supposed to resonate with.
Yeah.
Because those of us who are doing so much, women, Black women especially, like I say in the synopsis of the book, when we are trying and doing and giving, one of the things we're wondering is, should I be giving more? Am I being
Hmm.
selfish? Like, can I go to bed early or do I need to go help? Or can I do this or these extra hours, whatever it is. And one of the questions that rings in our heads is like, am I being selfish if I take care of this for myself? Am I being
Mm,
selfish if I say no? And it's another thing that, you know, folks feed into, folks who are benefiting from our sacrifice are feeding into. So that's where the title came from. I feel like it's going to resonate with who it needs to resonate with.
yes.
Um, getting the book out into the world has been so joyful, Gina. Oh my goodness. It's been so
Yay!
joyful. Like, um, my first children's book, Brown Boy, What Can You Be? That book hit me and I had to
Mm.
get it out. I literally remember I was driving, pulling over the car and writing it on a napkin that was in the front seat with me, like the beginning of it,
Ooh.
please. So I was like, I can't forget this. And so I just like wrote it. This book, I did not write on a napkin in the front seat, but it felt similar.
Yeah,
The urgency felt similar. It felt like it was coming through me, not just from me, but like
I
through
love
me.
that. I understand
Um,
that, yes.
and it was so good. And I feel like that is so important because I've written 5 children's books. The
That's
first one
amazing.
felt like that. The ones in the middle, they were good. I'm happy they're in the world. It didn't feel like that. There were different feelings for those, but this one, I was thinking like, well, I haven't felt that way, again, am I going to write some more, before this book? Um and I was like, well, maybe that's just how the first book feels. Like maybe that had to do with it being the first book.
Yeah.
No. This book felt so
Mm.
good. And it felt like,
Ooh.
no, you need to say this and you need to set aside time to write no matter what else is going on in your life or the idea is going to go to someone else.
Right.
So
They
I
say
did it.
that, and I believe that. I believe
I
that.
believe that too. You got
Like,
to honor
when
it.
you have to honor when that inspiration, when that message, whatever that message is, or sometimes it's not even a message. Some of us are meant to do things tangible with our hands or bring other
Hmm.
things into creation. And you're right, when you get that inspiration or that calling to do something, follow it. Follow it because
Hmm.
it's meant for the world. And
Yeah.
so you started to allude to this when you were talking about the synopsis of the book. You described the book as being for every woman who has been taught that love, worth, or goodness must be earned through self denial. Girl, that hit me when I. So you're right. Whoever was meant to see this is receiving it and it'll hit that way. What are some of the ways you see, big or small, that we as women deny ourselves?
Girl, every way. Anyway. I'm gonna give some examples though. I'm gonna give some example all the ways.
Right, all the ways.
Look, move on. You know the ways. Okay, but let me be more specific. So, um, putting ourselves not even on the priority list,
Mm,
right? So I talk about this in the book, and there's a communal way of thinking. There is a more individualistic way of thinking, and I don't say either one of them are right, but a lot of women are at least straddling both of them, if
mhm.
not like fully communal. But here's the thing: we fall off the list very early in life, and we're taught to do that.
Yes.
So we are the last person we take care of if we take care of ourselves at all. So that's what I mean
Mm,
by self sacrifice. When something
mhm.
has to give, right? When the schedule is too full, when we don't have enough time for everything, usually the first thing we sacrifice is ourselves, whether that be our upkeep, our hair. I was joking with a friend a long time ago, but there's truth in these jokes. It
Yeah.
was a really good friend, and she was checking on me. She knew I was doing a lot of things and going through some stuff. And I said, "Girl, just check my edges. If my edges is laid, if they are slicked, if I got a swoop, then I'm doing okay. But if they not,
I'm going through some things.
check on me,
Mm-mm.
baby. Check on me." So, our upkeep, our hair, our workout routines, which often affects health and obesity, our
Yes.
doctor's appointments, we put
Mm,
all of those at the very end. If I have enough
yes.
time, when work is done, if the kids have this. And I know this is not my current situation, but I've grown up in this situation and near this situation, even as basic, for lack of a better word, as if there's enough food, I'll eat. right?
Mhm.
So
Yes.
mama eats last. Like kids eat,
Yes.
got to make sure they're full, got to make sure everyone has what they have and mama
Yep.
eats last if there's something left. So when I
Yes.
talk about self-sacrifice, it obviously depends on where you are in life, but I see it in all of our lives. I see it in my clients, I see it in myself, I see it in my family. And that is also what inspired the book.
Oh my goodness. There is so much there to break down and I want to talk more on this theme of sacrifice. Um but as you were giving examples, I reflected I have been in all of those states. And I think if we're being real with ourselves, especially as women, and to your point, particularly as Black women in this society, we are very much socialized to be the workhorse for everybody.
Yes. Mhm.
We've all experienced or are currently experiencing it, but I think so much of our programming, so much of society rewards us for just, especially I worked in corporate for almost 20 years. If you are the person that is always accessible
Mhm.
via, um, the pings, if you the person always on Slack that they can get, or they can shoot you
Mhm.
an email or a text, and you're the first person to volunteer to do this, that, and the other, and then they still expect you to go home and do all the things and have a clean house and your kids better
Yes.
be well behaved. It's frankly ridiculous
Mhm.
for us to
Impossible.
it's impossible is the better way to say it. It's impossible. But I remember, like, that's a very visceral feeling that I can go back to when I was trying to juggle all the things and then had the nerves to make myself feel as if I wasn't doing enough, even though I was
Right.
doing.
Were you feeling selfish, Regina?
I,
Because 'Cause you're not selfish.
yeah, yeah. See,
That's
see what she did
it.
there? I love it. I love it. I had the nerves to feel like I wasn't doing enough, and I was selfish for
Right.
even taking that time. And I love how you said that, Amisha, that we don't even put our basic needs on the list oftentimes, let alone now I go even further in what I try to share and guide people in, who are looking to break free from all this, is that not only do you have to take care of your basic needs, but you need to prioritize joy. Like, we need to go
Yes.
beyond, like, yes, girl, you need to eat. Yes. Yes, please eat. Please sleep.
Mhm.
Those are
Mhm.
basic human biology. Like, please do all those things.
Absolutely.
And you came here to actually thrive and enjoy life and do all the other
Yes.
things. But the programming runs so deep. And I saw this post because I love your Instagram, by the way.
Thank you.
You do. I said, look at sis. She is on the trends. She is stitching things together. She got
I'm
a
working
green
on it,
screen.
Regina.
I don't know
Thank
what's
you.
going on. I said, oh, I said, let me go over here and get some tips. Amisha has got her IG game together. So you
Oh,
had such a great post that I saw about the book. You were reading an excerpt and you describe all the ways we're socialized, as we're talking about, particularly
yes.
as Black women, to be a sacrifice. And the way you put it, and you were reading from the book, so I encourage people to please get this book. You said, we're socialized to go out in a blaze,
Yes.
disposable, one use. I said, ooh, said, if we just a tissue, we're a Kleenex.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
we get used and abused and tossed in the trash. And
Yes.
so how would you coach someone, or as a therapist, how would you begin to help someone undo this programming of feeling selfish
Mhm.
for putting their needs first?
Yeah. So that is my ultimate hope for those who read the book. Um, there are reflection pages at the end of every chapter because one of the ways that I respect people as a therapist is I don't come in thinking like I know how to do your life better than you do.
Love
Right? Like,
that.
"Oh, girl, you're doing it wrong. Do this, this, this." And that's why, the social media advice doesn't work because it's not one size fit all. So first of all, I try to meet people where they are. Like you were saying earlier, like, yes, girl, please eat, sleep, but have joy too. And all of that depends on where you are. If you are in a
Mhm.
place where you have to decide, do I eat or do they eat? Then
Ooh,
that's where you are. If you
yes.
are in a place where you got your hustle game on, let's not even necessarily talk about poverty because a lot of us are thriving and I'm very happy for that. But if you're in a place where you got your hustle game on and you trying to get to the top, then oftentimes sleep is sacrificed. So like if
Yes.
that's where you are, that's where we start. But in the book, I'm hoping that we are taking subconscious programming and we're
Mm,
making it conscious. Because the thing
love
is,
that.
I don't think that anyone, and I said this about my mom in the book. So my mom died of breast cancer
Mm,
and she was the matriarch. She was the oldest sister in her family. She had lots of stuff, right? And I am not saying that her sacrifices caused her breast cancer, but I am sure that it helped it along, right? It helped it progress. There's science about that. That's
yes,
also in the
the
book.
effects of stress on our health,
Mhm.
absolutely,
Right.
yes.
And chronic stress especially. And so what I was saying in the book is that I don't think my mom would have made necessarily different choices. I think that she made great choices from the ones that were available to her. And I don't know that she was aware of how much she was sacrificing because ultimately
Mm,
she sacrificed her life. She died
yeah.
very young.
Mm,
She never became a senior citizen. And so what I'm hoping for is for people to read the book and understand if I want the top position and I'm seeking it in this way, what I am sacrificing is my literally my health. Like I might die
yes.
young. What I am sacrificing is time with myself, time with the people I love.
Yes.
What I am sacrificing is my edges. They falling out.
Again, the edges are a barometer, y'all. Don't play. I say that too. I say when
Right.
people are stressed, I'm like, "Oh, you like them edges are
Right.
frayed." Like,
You don't
oh,
even need edge control anymore.
yeah,
They're out of
they
control. They're
gone.
out of your head.
So,
So I respect people's choices, and sometimes you will still make the same choice. Like, yeah,
yes.
I'm gonna hustle for 1 year because I need to get here.
Mm,
But as long as you understand what it costs and you understand if you go past that year, it's gonna cost something different. So that's where I start. I start by taking those subconscious things, the way that we've worked that has got us there. So we're just doing it because it's momentum and it's work, but we're not thinking about it anymore. We're on autopilot. That's where I start taking it off autopilot and examining it.
oh my gosh. So there is something so beautiful about this idea of making the unconscious or our subconscious conscious. I know for so much of my career, I ran on autopilot, which were these subconscious beliefs that my parents taught me, very well meaning. My parents, especially if you've grown up in a Black household, I can't imagine you have not heard one of your Black parents or both say that you have to work twice as hard for
Twice
half
as
as
hard,
much,
half as much.
right?
Mhm.
And so that was ingrained in me that you have to work hard, you have to get an education, you are going to have to do more than others to stand out or be
Yes.
seen or get ahead. So that was
And
very
they
much
wasn't
ingrained.
lying.
Were
Mhm.
they? Right.
They wasn't lying.
They really
They
weren't because that
wasn't.
is the society. It's how you deal with that. And to your point, are you aware that that's the script that's running? And for most of my career, I was not aware. And it wasn't until my husband passed away that I started doing therapy to unwind some of my subconscious. And that's when I was able to see, like, oh my gosh, not only was I having that ingrained in me, but I also was telling myself that when I get in these spaces, which were mostly male, mostly white, that
Mhm.
I had to not only work harder, but I had to prove myself. And
Mhm.
that was also a part of my reality because every time I got into a role, I did feel like I felt like, and I had to take on extra assignments to be seen. I had to do extra
Mhm.
things to stand out, to be promoted. So it was almost like a self fulfilling prophecy in some ways. But once I realized that, I could start to see what that was doing to me. That
Yes.
was making me it wasn't serving me to have those beliefs because it was making me sacrifice things that were dear to me, like myself,
Mhm.
my family, my health, all to what? To prove to them I'm as good as them? Like,
I don't care.
right, for what?
When
Like,
you bring it to the conscious, you like, "That ain't important."
that's not important. Like, I already know that I'm like, like, I
Mhm.
already know I'm it. I have
Yes.
the receipts to prove all that I've done. And I got
Mhm.
to a point later in my career that I didn't need to prove myself. I had worked
Mhm.
hard. And even if I didn't work another day, I knew my intrinsic worth. And then you
Yes.
said something really important that I also realized at the later part of my career when I was more aware. I then made a choice. So my last job in corporate, I knew everything I sacrificed. And y'all, I had every ailment under the sun because I was a fool. I was commuting 2 hours to and from work. I was traveling. I had a family. I was doing the fool, like the
Mhm.
most.
Mhm.
It
Mhm.
got me to executive level, but I paid the price mentally, physically, spiritually. But anyway, I went into that last corporate role saying, I'm consciously going to hustle. Like, this is a way for me to get the bag and build legacy. But I
Mhm.
know that this is my last corporate rodeo. I'm going
Yes.
into this consciously, knowing that I'm doing this for a purpose to build some financial stability and legacy. And then I'm out because this isn't for me. The sacrifice
Mhm.
isn't worth it anymore.
Mhm.
So I love that. And I really hope people do get the book and take that away. Um, I'm curious, so aside from being an accomplished author, hello, you're also a therapist in real life. That
Yes.
is your day
Yes.
job. So on this theme of bringing people awareness or helping them through, I'm curious at this stage in your practice with everything going on in the world, what are some of those things that are coming to people's awareness? What are some of the things that what are some of the trends or general themes you're supporting people through right now in your practice?
Yes. Well, lots and lots of anxiety and chronic stress.
Ooh, I can imagine.
Um, Lots of folks getting wrapped up in, national, international, political, geopolitical things, and it being a significant stress to them, and just how to
Mhm.
navigate that. Because I'm never here to help people lie to themselves, but I am here to put it in perspective, right? So if someone is, speeding towards you in their car, I don't want to be like, it's okay, calm down, like, breathe. No, move.
Meditate, which I'm a huge
Right.
meditator, but I'm not to your point. There's a
Right.
time and a place. So-
Right. So currently what I'm seeing a lot of is just outsized stressors, overwhelm, burnout,
Mm.
numbness, um,
Ooh.
of course, depression, anxiety, trauma, and people trying to navigate through that, and helping people take inventory of what is in their control, what is out of their control, who they want to be so that they can decide what they will be contributing and what they will be wishing the best for, because there is a lot of work to be done. Um and
Whew.
you can't contribute to everything at the same time.
Yeah, I love that, Amisha, because I feel like that's a lot of what gets people tripped up, especially people who are well-meaning, people who
Mhm.
care about other people. This kind of goes back to the idea of sacrificing ourself or thinking we have to do
Yes.
more or somehow like the whole superwoman complex. Like I feel like so
Mhm.
many women, again, especially Black women, we are supposed to be strong and wear all the burdens of the weight on the world and we supposed to
Right.
rescue you and our whole community and
Right. Right.
our ancestral line. Like it's like, okay, y'all. Like, we are doing entirely like,
It's
calm
too
down,
much.
settle down. It's too much. How do you start to get people to shift? Like, because you don't want people to turn off their empathy and their
Right.
compassion. Like, we need more of that in the world, frankly. But I loved your point about who do you want to be and what what is your locus of control? So how do
Mhm.
you get people to start to separate from like I can care but I don't have to solve?
Right. Everything I'm gonna answer this way at the beginning often because everything in therapy is individualized. Like
Yeah.
it is
Yeah.
tailored, so it really depends on where they're coming from. I am getting some people in my practice who are becoming more aware of their privilege, whatever that may be.
Mm,
And it is very heavy because they want to use their privilege to do better, to improve,
yeah.
to repair, and to your point, they feel like they have to do everything. And I don't want to talk them out of being aware of their privilege, right? No,
Yes.
we're on the right track.
Yeah.
But two things can exist at the same time. Like your podcast, The Blissful Life, like it is okay to have joy. It is okay to have a blissful life. Um, Even when you are aware of your privilege and you are trying to wield it appropriately in a healthy way.
Yes.
It is okay to
Mhm.
have a joyful life even if something bad is happening with you, to someone you love. It is okay to have joy even when you're grieving. It is okay.
Yes.
It's
Yeah.
okay. And some people feel like there's too much going on in the world for me to smile, laugh,
Yeah. Yeah.
go, to lunch, take a walk. And so oftentimes where I get to start is acknowledging no, joy is a part of this. This doesn't
Mhm.
absolve you of your contribution to improving situations, but it's not one or the other. Because,
Mhm.
as you mentioned in my bio, I teach other therapists how to be therapists. So I'm a
I
clinical
love that.
supervisor. And they have to be able to know that folks are they're in an either or mindset, right? Either I'm a part of the fight or I'm out here not caring and I'm
Right.
oblivious,
Right.
right? But that is not the case. The people who are most passionate, which is oftentimes my new therapist, and I love that for all of us, but
Yes.
you are going to burn yourself out immediately. Like you are
Yes.
so stressed out about this client's life, this other person's life that you actually have no control over. You can
Right.
contribute to, but you have no control over. You
Right.
are so involved in it that you actually are probably going to be one of those really bitter therapists in like 3 years.
Yeah.
Put
Yeah.
in substitute teacher for that, substitute like social service, substitute anyone.
Yes.
The more
Yeah.
passionate you are and you feel like gung ho about everything and everything matters so much,
Yeah.
and I'll have fun when it's done, those are the people who
Mm.
become numb and crass. So it
Yes.
is very important to find balance, or you will be the people that you are judging. Like, why don't they care? Why aren't they doing anything?
Right.
Half of them tried to do it exactly like you. They decided nothing works, and now they're just angry at the world, and they stay in their house.
Yeah, right. Or they go out and make everybody else's life miserable.
Yeah, there are options. You
They're
get
right.
choices.
But I love this thought of the both and. Like, it doesn't have to be you don't care because you're not out here marching every day or in every
Right.
political fight and in all the things, and that is absolutely a recipe for burnout, and I know that personally from when I did DEI work. My last roles in corporate were in DEI, and it I I'm a bleeding heart. I'm an empath. I believe in social justice, and I'm a Black woman and have that lived experience of what it's like to not have opportunities. And
Mhm.
I thought I could solve all of Instagram's problems. I thought I could solve the world's problem. Like right? Like everything is going to be fair and equitable. And I care so deeply about all these experiences. I was burnt out damn near in 3 months. And by six
Yeah.
months, when my husband passed away, my adrenal glands were feel like
Yes.
I was so amped up and just because of the constant vigilance of like just on high alert
Yes.
of all these issues of inequity and how do we solve this and people coming to me with all their problems and da 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 da. So it definitely takes its toll. And the way I think about it now that I have some distance and have done so much work on myself internally is I truly believe we're all here for a special purpose.
Mhm.
And you can care deeply about the problems of others, the problems of another country. But unless it is in your direct control or ability to do something, then trust that there is someone who is equipped, there is someone that is supposed to be or put here to help, and what
Mhm.
you can do is always send love, prayers, money if you can, time if you can, but don't forget your own mission. I feel
Right.
that a lot of times we're not doing what we're supposed to do in this world because we're so worried about helping other people and doing other things. What are you here to do? And
Right.
lastly, not to belabor a point, you said something about people burning out and being miserable or feeling guilty for
Mhm.
having bliss and joy. What I've come to realize too is the joy is necessary to help bring joy for other people. Like,
Yes.
we're meant to be a light for other people. So if I come into a room and the light is off, how am I helping by adding some more darkness or some more
Right.
depression to the room? That
Right.
now we both in the toilet.
Right.
But if I show up in the light and joy, that gives other people permission to not take things so seriously and to find their own joy. That's at least how I see it.
Completely agreed. Sometimes I'm talking with a client in like an office where there's more than one, office in the area, and we're in there cracking up. We are cackling, and when I tell you, I will like I'm giving you the cute podcast laugh, but girl, I throw my head back, I unhinge my jaw, I experience joy, right? So we be in
Yes.
there cracking up, and I'll come out with my client, and we're kind of nudging, yeah, girl, this and that, and the other therapist will be like, "What were y'all doing?" Of course, I can't tell them, but they're like,
Yeah.
"Are you working?" Yes, I am.
Yes.
In fact, we were processing trauma,
Hello.
but right? If this other person has the personality, sometimes people joke about heavy things to get through them. Sometimes, it's a reprieve from the story that was being told. And as long as
Yes.
this serves the client, like I'm not in there laughing at you because
Right.
something happened. We are laughing together. We're
Yeah.
bringing light. We're experiencing joy so we can navigate the heaviest parts of things.
Yes.
And it's so counterintuitive for some people, like, why are they laughing so loud? What are they talking about? Well, guess
Yeah.
what? You'll never know, but
Yeah.
just know people are healing in here. People are healing
Exactly.
in here.
And that's it. I really do feel like our spirit wants to be lighter anyways. Like I got to a
Yeah.
point in my grief with my husband, my spirit was tired of being weary. I was
Mhm.
tired of feeling depressed, of just sitting in the heaviness of those emotions. And when that came to my awareness, like something in my spirit was like, it is okay to smile even though you're still grieving. Those two can
Right.
coexist. And then I allowed myself permission just to lighten up, do some more things that I enjoy. And then that's how, I mean, again, I'm no professional, but that's how I believe we transmute the pain into back into love, back into wholeness or wellness is going through it, but bringing it up and transferring it or
Yeah.
alchemizing it, whatever word you wanna say, back into joy and lightness.
Agreed.
So,
Fully agreed.
mm. So as a therapist, you probably have to compete with a lot of TikTok therapists, um, or people on the interwebs that read a book and now they got a PhD in mental health. So I was speaking, the reason I bring this up because I was speaking to another therapist. Her name is Chioko Grievous. Her
I know
episode.
her.
Oh, you
She
know
is
Chioko,
amazing.
isn't
She
she?
is
Ah,
amazing. And her son is an author.
Yes, yes, he
Yeah.
is.
I have his book.
Yeah. Oh,
I
I
have his book.
love that. Okay, well, hopefully I'll have to tell her she better listen to this episode. Her episode just aired. So
I'll listen to hers too.
yes, yeah, yeah, she was fantastic, and we were talking about she brought up, like, all of this TikTok advice that people get because now everybody is hearing about therapy, they wanna go, and they're learning about their childhoods, so it made me curious to ask you, like, what is one TikTok or social media mental health myth that you wanna
Right.
dispel once and all for us?
Okay. I got two, Regina, because
Good, yes, we need this.
I live in abundance, so I hope you'll live there with me.
Yes.
Okay, so one that is near and dear to my heart, and I will tell anyone who is listening, is that I I don't give the same advice to two people. And so when you're
Mm,
watching a TikTok and they're like, my therapist blew my mind, or they're giving you their hot take and they're giving you this advice, it may have been really great advice for the specific situation they were going through. But sometimes in therapy I will tell a person like, hey, like back off of this idea. Let's lighten up. Let's do that. Whereas another person who is struggling or hasn't found their footing in the world, I would never tell them that. I would never
mhm.
tell them to back off of it. I'd be like, push, go
Yes,
for it. Like,
yes.
no, you got like do three more things,
Yeah.
right? And so the ad the advice that I give to my client at 10 o'clock is not the advice I'll give to my client at 11 o'clock. And actually,
Mhm,
if we flip flop those advices, it might hurt you. So stop taking
mhm.
everybody medicine. Get out of people medicine cabinets.
Ah,
It ain't for you.
I
It don't
love
have your name on it.
can we just go pause and let that settle in everybody's spirit. Stop taking everybody's medicine and get out their
Yeah,
medicine cabinet. I just
it's
had to
not for
repeat
you.
that because that I love that. Okay, I can't wait. What's the second jewel that
Okay.
or
The second one, I think probably a lot of therapists, I haven't heard the other podcast yet, but maybe even Chioko said, everybody is not a little bit autistic. Everybody do not got a little bit of ADHD. Like, not everybody is neurospicy. Like, calm down. Everybody wants something.
every can we talk about
Chill.
it? Everybody wants
You don't have it.
something. Everybody
You
wants to be
don't, and
on
it's
a
okay.
spectrum,
Right. It's okay. Like, it's okay to be neurotypical, guys. I promise. I promise. You gonna be alright. There's something special about you too, Bookie,
right,
but not that.
right.
Not that. You can't just be stealing
Oh my
labels you just learned about.
right. That's hilarious, first of all, because we all know that your friends. I just heard this on a podcast. I just heard this. I just saw a TikTok. Am I a narcissist? It's
Right.
just like,
Do I
wait,
have this? Do I have this?
right? And it's
Mhm.
like, well, probably if you're a narcissist, you would be questioned if you was one. I don't know. I'm
Yes.
no therapist, but
Mhm. Mhm.
but yeah, I could see that it's
Yeah.
almost like the commercials. I don't have regular cable anymore, but now on streaming, they just like unless you pay the ransom fee to get out the commercials, you got commercials and all of the medicines like I'm not going to
Mhm.
name all the names but you cut they convince you that you got something like
You have it. You have
right
it.
and
Now take medicine
and
for it.
that's
Don't ask
right
nobody if you have it, but take this medicine because you
so
got it.
yeah so like so TikTok is like
Like,
that now you like
yeah.
do am I
Visibility is important. I love that these conversations are being had. I love the advocacy. But what happens is when we swing too far in that direction where so called everyone has it, it used to be OCD, it used
oh
to be
gosh
personality disorders, then it
yes
was, ADHD, then it was autism. Like there is often a flavor, but the thing is it undermines those people who do have legitimate symptoms and are
yes
seeking help through professionals who can actually assess them. It undermines them. and it kind of floods a system that is already kind of clogged up. So
Right.
no, you
Mm-mm.
don't have it. And if you think you do, don't go on TikTok and tell me. Don't be telling your friend. Go to the doctor. Go to your therapist. Stop
Exactly.
telling us.
Right.
It's confidential.
Right. Apply the HIPAA rules. Don't be keep your medical stuff to yourself. No, let me stop. No, tell a
Oh
therapist.
man.
That's the moral of this. Talk to a qualified professional.
Please. Please do.
S- so it is clear in just hearing you and learning more about your approach that you definitely have such empathy. Just the fact that you approach it, everybody is different and you're trying to tailor your approach to each client. So in your bio you talk about how much your late mother influenced your approach to mental health care. What are some of the lessons from her that you still carry forward today?
Yes. Shout out Bridget Gabriel, my mama.
Yes,
My
rest in
mama.
power and peace. Wow.
Please do. And shout
Mm.
out my dad. He is alive and well. I drive him
Yes.
crazy. He drive me crazy. That is Paul Gabriel. That's my dad.
Aw, we love the
Um,
dads. Shout out to my
right.
daddy too. He might be
Yeah.
listening. Hey, dad, love you. And my mama too. She'll get mad if I don't. She
Right.
is
You
still
gotta put
among
both
us,
of them.
right? Love you too, mama.
Yeah, mama. What am I still caring for? So in the book, You Are Not Selfish, she is my foundation. There is a chapter. So each
Mm,
chapter starts off with a quote, mostly famous quotes. One of the chapters starts off with a quote from Bridget Gabriel, and it's that stress will kill you. And in that chapter, I start off by saying, I knew that that stress would kill you as a child, like as a
mm,
baby. I knew that stress kill you. Now, did I immediately know what it was? No, I didn't know what she was talking about. But she said it a lot. I heard her on the
mm,
phone saying it. I heard her talking to my sister saying it. Eventually, she was saying it to me. And then science caught up,
mm.
right? And then there are all of these studies about it, but that there are so many lessons that I carry forward from her. I carry forward like she was so non-judgmental. You could go to her with anything, the craziest thing. She'd be like, "All right, well, what you gonna do? What's the next step?" Or
Love
okay,
that.
like you could. I'm not gonna give no examples because I don't know how what you want to rate this podcast, but you could go to her with anything. And that is something that I'm able to bring into my relationships, into my practice. Like, girl, you can tell me about anything, and I'll be like, all right, well, let's talk about it. Is it a problem? Let's talk about it.
Right.
So that non-judgmental attitude,
Mm,
the idea that stress will kill you
mm.
and it is worth noticing and it is worth navigating as best you can and prioritizing minimizing that as best you can. She did and I do acknowledge there's environmental factors. There are things out of our
Yes.
control.
Yes.
And so this is never to put blame on anyone like, oh, you stress too much. This is your fault. Absolutely not.
Right.
But more so to acknowledge if there is chronic stress, how can we mitigate it? What's your the best thing that you can do for yourself, and just to acknowledge like you're going to need more support if you are dealing with chronic stress. So I could literally have a whole podcast series about the things I learned from my mom, and I tell people all the time like she has been gone for 10 years and
Mm.
I learn from her every day. You know,
Ah,
some things that didn't hit when they were
yeah.
said, you didn't have the life experience, you didn't have the point of reference or whatever it was. Sometimes me and my sister on the phone would be like, "That's what she told us that. She did. And now we already did the thing that we wasn't, and that's why she said don't do it." Got it. Thanks, mama. Thanks. That was good.
Uh, that's so beautiful. I'm pleased to hear that you had such a beautiful relationship with your mother and that still continues. Her guidance still continues to this day. And it made you the woman that you are and the wonderful therapist and support that you are to your clients. So wow,
Learned
amazing.
so much from her. Yeah. Thanks
I
for
love
asking.
it. Oh, my pleasure, my pleasure. I every time I hear that we all have influences. So I'm always fascinated to hear who influenced people the most, how are they who they are today, and I love to hear stories about how people's parents really, really helped to mold them into these wonderful human beings they are.
Yeah. My
So
dad
speak
taught me how to love,
Ooh, oh,
just
same oh, I love
unconditioned. He
that.
taught me how to love, and my mom
Mm,
taught me how to be present and unshaken by whatever the story, whatever the circumstance, like, "Okay, let's do it together." So, very
mm.
fortunate, and in my
Yeah.
profession, I understand not everyone has supportive people from the beginning. I was born into this, you
Yeah.
know?
Oh,
I was
right.
fortunate,
Yeah.
and so as a therapist, I'm not trying to be anybody's mom, but I am trying to offer a space of just unconditional acceptance
Mm.
and a place where you feel safe enough to unpack those things you thought you had to carry with you, those things you thought you had to hide. I got that off top, and I want everybody to have
Mhm.
it.
Yes, and authentically, you're not just you read about it in a book in school that you're supposed to be open, you are that. You are embodying, you are being that because that's what you saw growing up and that's who you are. Which speaking of who you are, we talked a little bit about this at the top of the show, how much I just was immediately drawn to you. I really vibed with your warmth. You had a witty sense of humor, which people can see listening to this podcast, and your style. I talked about like how cute you were dressed. How do you just struck me as a joyful person? How do you maintain your joy or bliss so you can show up so radiantly as you?
Well, thank you, thank you. I was also drawn to you. I was actually supposed to leave immediately. I had like a small window to participate in the event that we met at, and I met you, and I was like, No, what's she doing?
I
What's she doing? We go. I'ma listen. We going you know, yes, agreed. It was mutual.
Thank you.
Just how bright you are, whether that be aesthetically or in personality, all of that. So, just so you know, it is very mutual,
Aw,
and
thank
I'm
you.
enjoying our conversation.
Same. Very much.
And your question was how to be joyful. I have the privilege of, like I said, starting off with some really strong foundational stuff. Of course, everybody goes through stuff, but I am so grateful for the self-esteem and
Mhm.
just the like safety and the things that I got when I was younger that allowed me to carry through life. And the other thing is the profession that I am in. If you actually want to be a good therapist, you are forced to evolve.
Yeah, I bet.
You are dragged through evolution. Like, you could be a
I
therapist, but if you wanna be a good therapist, you
Yeah.
have to be working on yourself. You have to be
Ooh.
every version of you is just a little bit more improved, right? And
I
never
love that.
never to perfection, but always just improving. And so one of the things that I'm learning because I get to learn from the stories of the people that I support as well. So I have so many lives. I can't say I live them, but I experience them in a different way than a
Yeah.
person who isn't a therapist. And so I understand that we choose what we are focused on, right?
Yes.
At any
Yes.
given time, there is more than one thing that is true. And it can be true that something really challenging is happening. It can be true that I'm sleepy and I'm stressed and I'm this and I'm that and I'm the other. And it's also likely true that I am, you know, excited about something or I'm looking forward to something and as a therapist, I understand that we get to tell our brain which one to focus on.
Mm.
And I help people practice that. And so sometimes in my personal life, when I'm struggling with something, I'm like, what would you say to one of your clients? This is my internal talk. What would you say to one of your clients? Okay, don't be a hypocrite. You know what to do, do it. And so I be bullying myself 'cause I don't wanna be a hypocrite. I wouldn't be able to
Right.
show my face in the therapeutic room anymore.
Yes.
Even though they didn't know, I would be like, "I can't tell this person anything. I didn't do it." So, I work hard, to remain in gratitude for the things that I can remain in
Mm.
gratitude for. I work hard to focus on the good stuff, and not the bad stuff, and I celebrate
Ooh,
everything.
come
I
on.
celebrate when I woke up without snoozing. I celebrate if I did 15 minutes on the elliptical. I celebrate everything that is a win will be celebrated over here because it's too much to be beaten down by. So we gonna party too. We
I
gonna do both.
Listen, if y'all did not catch now this hopefully this is your medicine if you listening. Like I know this was general advice, but let it fall
Right.
on
We
your
can take it.
spirit. Let it fall and see how it resonates with you individually because we all have things that we can celebrate. And you're right. I find like I just wake up it just if it's sunny, even if it's not sunny, I'll find something like, oh, look at the squirrel out the window. Oh my gosh, he's so cute. Or
Yes.
just finding little things to make me laugh, make me
Yeah.
smile, be grateful for. It is, and I love this concept of celebration because you're right. Our focus is so powerful.
Mhm.
It is powerful in a mental sense, but I've even found deeper spiritually, our focus and our intention is what brings things to life. And
Mhm.
so you give life, you give energy to things, whether that's positive or negative, and the beauty is that we get to choose. Like, doesn't mean
Yes.
that the negative doesn't exist or hasn't happened and it wasn't painful, but you get to
Exactly.
choose, right? If you stay there, if you focus on it, or if you choose
Mhm.
to turn your focus
Right.
somewhere else.
And some people have been taught or believe that they have to be miserable. They have to
Yes.
show their pain. They have to be
Yes.
in pain, or people won't believe, or people won't show up,
Mhm.
or,
Mhm.
whatever it
Mhm.
is. And I understand how that is taught, how that ends up being taught to some folks.
Yeah.
But you don't have to perform the pain in order for it to be real.
Ooh.
It's still
If
real.
mm,
It's still not okay that someone hurt you. It's still not okay that, if you were put in an uncomfortable, messed up position. It's still not okay,
mm,
but you can still be joyful and not this isn't you signing off on the bad stuff. Like, "Oh,
yeah.
no, everything's okay." It doesn't mean everything is okay. It
No.
means I choose to stand in joy no matter if there is hard stuff going on too. I'm gonna work on that. I'm gonna deal with that. We're gonna deal
Yes.
with that.
Yes.
Either me, the universe, whatever you believe it, it's gonna be
Yes.
dealt with.
Yes.
But I'm going to stand in the joy.
Mm,
I just
mm.
gotta tell you, this morning I was making a voice note for my friend. We do a lot of that because you can just
Aw.
play them whenever you're ready. And I
Yeah.
just love her so much. And I'm driving my car, just, press the button, I'm making a voice note talking to her. And I'm driving through an intersection of stop signs, and I don't know why I saw it, but there is a hummingbird
Mm,
floating like in the middle above the intersection.
mm.
And I was like, hummingbird. Regina, I had to remember to drive. I said, you can't be focused on joy that much. That hummingbird, you gonna be with that
We c
hummingbird in the spiritual if you don't
Yes.
get your tail out of the
Right.
intersection. I care about that. So it can backfire. So use it, use wisely.
I feel you. There was a hummingbird that flew by my window. I was, like, just having my little morning coffee, and I got so consumed. I was like, "Oh my god, I love it. What is it like?" Like, I just yes. I was all in the hummingbird's business. I
Mhm.
recorded it. I was so enthralled, and it just made me so happy to see a
See?
hummingbird.
Yep. And when
But
you
it's
train yourself to be in a blissful life,
yeah,
these things happen. You gotta be like,
yes,
"Wait, I'm working," or "Wait, I'm
right.
driving."
Mm. For real. But I love that again, another nugget that I think we get caught in is the perform the pain. I hope somebody is catching that because when I was grieving, and you're always, for anyone who's lost someone close, there's always grief. There's
Yes.
always grief for that person in some way, but I found in my own walk through it that it dissipates or it's not primary, it's not at the forefront as time passes. But I remember it got to a point, like I was sharing earlier, that I no longer was like the immediate shock and the immediate grief had worn away, but I still felt like I was unsure. Can I be happy? Can I
Right.
hang out with friends? Like, am I supposed to for the rest of my life be sad? Like I almost felt like,
Right.
am I supposed to perform as a widow and keep
Mhm.
reliving this pain? And it became like it was inauthentic too.
Right.
And so, or I could have continued, again, there's a choice point. I could have continued to perform that pain. And now all anybody would see me as is this sad widow who lost her
Right.
husband and this and I think we almost can get addicted to if if
Yes,
I'm being real,
that's
right?
true.
You can get addicted to the pity and the sorrow. It feels comfortable if you allow it to set in. So that's
Mhm.
another lesson that I found that no, like I will always miss my husband. I will always grieve that loss, but that's not doing anybody any good, or even he would want me to be laying around here wearing
Right.
black all the time and sad and making other people miserable. He doesn't want that for me. So I love that point around we don't have to perform our pain to acknowledge it and to know that it's real. Mm,
Yes,
beautiful.
yes.
Beautiful. Oh my goodness. So we're at the end, friend. Like I
Putting that
know.
back.
Right? I feel like there's just so much depth. I so appreciate you sharing your time, your energy, your wisdom with us. And you just have such a practical approach. You're like, I don't know if people come to you like that's my homegirl. I know you have, I'm sure you have professional distance, but you just have this energy, like, girl, let me tell you about
Yeah, we gonna
Chiyoko,
talk.
right, it has similar energy that just practical, and I love that for both of you. I love that you're a therapist that is also a real person and understands real
Yes.
challenges. So I know that there are gonna be people listening and watching that wanna connect with you, that may want to, you know, be, I was gonna say therapized by you. Be a client or just wanna follow your work or get your book. How do you want people to follow and stay connected with you?
Oh, thank you. Thank you for asking. So I would absolutely love if they go out and get You Are Not Selfish. It
Yes.
is available online. It is on Barnes and Noble. It is on Amazon. Please write a review once you love it because the feedback it is slowly gaining momentum and everyone who said anything has said, "Girl,
Yeah.
why you talking my business? Why did you tell me you was gonna punch me? I didn't my bad." So I would love it
Yeah.
if they got You Were Not Selfish or any of the children's books. If they put my name in Amazon, they'll all come up, Amisha Arthur.
Oh,
I would also love if they followed me on Instagram or on TikTok. That would be great. You will see I'm just goofy all day long, but I give practical things too. It gets
yes, yes,
practical. It
she
gets
does,
practical.
y'all. It's we need the joy and, the practicality. I love them both.
Yeah. Yeah, and currently I'm focusing on, serving as an advisor, like I said, to new therapists and things like that. So I'm not looking or accepting any clients right now, but I have
Love it.
heard that if you read the book, it's like talking to a friend. It's like a conversation. So if you want to talk to me,
There you
just
go.
go ahead and get that.
I love it. So it is on my Amazon wish list. I have a separate list of like I try to go there to get the things I need because Amazon will have you like out
Right.
here. Just spending all the
Absolutely.
coins. But I have my books because I call her my bonus daughter, my bonus baby from my fiance. She was over here counting the books on my bookshelf the other day. She was like, Gigi, you have like 100 books on this bookshelf. No, actually, she said she actually literally counted them. And then she's like, Gigi has 1 million books. And say, yes, Gigi has a problem. Okay. So so your book is in my Amazon wish list, and I tick off and get the books like a little bit at a time. So I can't wait to read this advice. And I really
Yes.
would encourage just knowing who you are, for other people to get this book as well, and take the time to reflect and see yourself and see that you are never selfish for
Right.
taking care of yourself and living your own
Absolutely.
hopes, dreams, and wishes.
Absolutely. Thank you
I
so
love
much.
it.
I
You're
appreciate it.
welcome.
And let me know what you think. When you get to it, let me know what you think. When you have a billion and one books,
Yeah.
let me know what you think.
Yes, yes. I will. I can't wait to get it and let you know. And then we can have a separate conversation about your earrings because they're hella cute. And I meant to tell you that at the top of the call. So, thank you so much, Avisha. You were a joy.
Thank you. Thank you. I receive all of this great energy that you've poured into me. And I hope that your audience receives everything we got from this.
Hello. I love it. Thank you. Bye, y'all.